Big Sonic. I don't know why I feel so amazing when I'm listening to specific sounds, Big Sonic. What are these specific sounds? They make my head feel amazing and stuff, Big Sonic. What's going on, Big Sonic? When I listen to these types of sounds, I just feel amazing. When I hear like a guitar play, I feel great. When I hear like drums get smacked on, I feel great. When I hear all these different types of instruments, I feel like I'm having like an orgasm. What's going on, Big Sonic? Why do I feel so amazing when I listen to these types of sounds and these instruments and these types of music? Why do I feel good when I listen to like what we call music? What is music, Big Sonic? Well, Small Sonic, it's somewhat kind of weird that we enjoy like listening to specific sounds and like specific frequencies and tunes. I don't understand it, Small Sonic, just as much as you do. I'm just as ignorant as you are, Small Sonic, in regards to like why we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and etc. It kind of is a big fat mystery, because it doesn't make any logical sense if we're going to look at it from like in terms of like how we were like surviving in the wild. Like, why would we need to like enjoy listening to specific frequencies and sounds to survive in the wild? It just doesn't add up. It's quite a big fat mystery, Small Sonic, but quite frankly, we will never know about this. It's all just a mystery. I'm just as ignorant as you are, Small Sonic. I don't know why we enjoy listening to specific frequencies and sounds. It's quite magical, isn't it? Indeed, it is magical, Big Sonic. Music is so like magical, isn't it? I just don't understand why we enjoy listening to specific sounds, instruments, frequencies. It is quite enchanting. It's quite interesting, isn't it, Big Sonic? Why is that though, Big Sonic? Don't you have any type of idea of why we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and etc.? Well, Small Sonic, quite frankly, it's kind of like a big fat mystery in terms of like surviving in the wild. I don't know why our ancestors would need to like enjoy listening to music to survive better. I don't know. It's kind of like a big fat mystery. There's no proper explanation. No one's figured out why we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies. I don't understand it just as much as you do, Small Sonic. It's a big fat mystery, Small Sonic. Big Sonic, I'm quite lost on this as well. Why do we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies? What's the deal with that, Big Sonic? I'm Small Sonic, by the way. Well, Small Sonic, we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies. I don't know actually, I don't know. It's kind of like a fat mystery, big fat mystery, isn't it? We enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies, but we don't enjoy listening to like other types of frequencies and sounds. It's kind of like a big fat mystery. It's kind of like a mystery, isn't it, Small Sonic? Like, why do we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies? It kind of is like a big fat mystery. Big Sonic, why do we enjoy listening to like specific sounds and frequencies? I don't know, Small Sonic. It's a big fat mystery. It seems to be the fact that our biology is just like that. We just enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and voices. It is like a mystery though, Small Sonic. Quite frankly, I'm just as lost as you are on this. I don't know. It's like a big fat mystery. It's like an enigma, a riddle that we can't figure out. It's kind of like I'm just as ignorant as you are, Small Sonic. Big Sonic, what is the deal with that? Why do we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies, etc. and stuff? What's the deal with that? Well, Small Sonic, I don't know. I'm just as ignorant as you are. I don't know why we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies. It's kind of like a big fat enigma, riddle. Big Sonic, I don't understand why we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and tunes and melodies and songs and voices and etc. What's up with that, Big Sonic? I just cannot make sense of it in my head. Well, Small Sonic, I'm just again as ignorant as you are. I don't know why we enjoy listening to like specific sounds and frequencies and etc. and stuff. I don't know why we enjoy listening to like melodies and songs and voices and etc. It's like a big fat mystery. It is quite magical though. Isn't it? Isn't it magical, Small Sonic? Big Sonic, it is magical, but it's like I don't understand why our ears enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and tunes and voices and melodies. I don't understand that, Big Sonic. I'm just so lost on this. I'm just as lost as you are, Small Sonic. Okay, Big Sonic, I'm Small Sonic, he's Big Sonic, but I'm kind of like so ignorant and lost on this, Big Sonic. Why do we enjoy listening to specific melodies and sounds? Well, Small Sonic, it's kind of like a big fat mystery. Nobody has figured out why we enjoy listening to specific sounds, tunes and frequencies, etc., melodies and voices. It's kind of like a big fat mystery. Indeed, it is a mystery, Big Sonic. Yeah, it is a mystery, Small Sonic. Just as ignorant as lost as you are. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't make sense of it in the world. Why would we need to like enjoy listening to music to survive? It's kind of like a big fat mystery in that regard, in regards to like the development of our species. Well, thank you for your contributions to this discussion, Big Sonic, and I think I'm done talking about this. I'm gonna go away now. See you later, Small Sonic. Oh, that guy is getting very hesitant now and very like he's very quick to leave. It's kind of very sad and depressing to me. That's a very bad sign. And I gotta go as well now. Hey yo! The topic of this video is going to be about how music is magical. Music is magical. Isn't that kind of very interesting to think about, like how magical music is? What is music? Music is basically like us human beings, we enjoy listening to specific sounds and frequencies and melodies and voices and etc. and stuff in specific, like specifically in regards to like sounds and frequencies and melodies. We enjoy that. I believe we're like the only animal species that really does enjoy like listening to like specific sounds and frequencies and voices, and we can experience pleasure from that. I don't know. Isn't that very weird? That I don't believe there's any other type of animal, creature, whatever, that enjoys listening to specific sounds, frequencies, melodies. I believe it's only us human beings that we enjoy listening to specific sounds, frequencies, and melodies. Isn't that kind of very interesting? That is very interesting, isn't it? What other type of animal species enjoys listening to like music? I mean, maybe perhaps, I don't believe there is any other type of animal species. Maybe some animal species, they enjoy listening to like specific sounds because it relates to like how like it relates to like their survival mechanism or something similar. It relates to their like reproductive systems. I don't know, something similar, something like that. It's not like the fact that these other animal species, they enjoy listening to music just to enjoy listening to music, just for the sake of listening to music. I don't believe there's any other type of animal species that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I believe a lot of the other types of animal species, they might enjoy specific sounds and frequencies because it relates to like some part of their biology. It relates to like some type of survival mechanism or something. They hear like specific clicks and it triggers this part in their brain and it gives them like this type of rush because it relates to like some type of survival mechanism. I don't believe there's any other type of animal species on planet Earth that enjoys like listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I believe that most of the other animal species on planet Earth, they just, I mean, some, like most of the other animal species, they might enjoy like specific sounds and frequencies, not because of the fact that they enjoy listening to those sounds and frequencies for the sake of music, but because of the fact that these like sounds and frequencies, it relates to like some type of survival mechanism or reproductive part of their biology and stuff. They hear like specific sounds, clicks. They think it's like a female like member of their species trying to like mate with them, and they get like this pleasure from that. I don't know. I don't believe there's any other type of animal species and that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I believe that most of the other types of animal species on planet Earth, they might derive some type of pleasure from like hearing specific sounds and frequencies and clicks, because I believe that that relates to like some type of survival mechanism or some type of reproductive like flirting stuff. I don't know, like a beetle might hear like a couple sounds clicking and stuff and might think that there's like a female member of its species trying to come and mate with it. It's quite insane to me. Like, think about this. No other type of animal species enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. It's only us human beings that we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music, not because we're hearing like these specific songs and melodies. It's because like our brain thinks like a female member of our species is wanting to like mate with us, or it thinks that like we're gonna be like we're gonna get food or something by hearing these specific sounds and frequencies. Nothing like that. We us human beings, we're so abnormal. We enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. We don't like think that like our brain doesn't think that there's like a different type of there's like some type of like female member of our species trying to breed with us and mate with us, or like there's like some type of like food that or some type of other like survival mechanism, whatever. Like us human beings, we don't like think that when we listen to music, we don't think that we're gonna breed with like some type of female member of our species, or we're gonna get like some type of food or something similar. Most of the other animals, they might enjoy hearing like specific sounds and frequencies because it relates to like some part of their like reproductive system or their survival mechanism and something similar. Us human beings, we are so abnormal. We enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. Again, most of the other animal species, they perhaps might enjoy like hearing specific sounds and frequencies and stuff like that. Specific sounds and frequencies, but that's, in my opinion, that's primarily due to the fact that those specific sounds and frequencies, it relates it relates to like some type of survival mechanism in them and stuff, or some type of reproductive part of their biology. They hear specific sound. Again, beetles, they might hear specific sounds, and they think like a female member of their species is ready to mate with them, and they're going to get like all this type of pleasure in them from hearing these specific sounds and frequencies. This is so important. Like us human beings, we're the only type of animal species that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I know that some other type of animals, they might enjoy like hearing sounds and frequencies and melodies and stuff, because I believe that the reason like these other animals and creatures, they enjoy listening to like melodies and beats and frequencies is because it relates to like some part of their like survival mechanism or their reproductive abilities and stuff. And that's why some, like a lot of these other types of animals and creatures, they might enjoy hearing specific beats and melodies and frequencies of noises and stuff, because I believe that a lot of the other types of animals on planet Earth, they just enjoy hearing these types of sounds and frequencies just because it relates to like a survival mechanism or some other type of primitive thing in their biology. Like it relates to like their reproductive system. They hear like clicks like that or sounds like that, and they think in their head that, oh, a female member of their species is like ready to mate, and they're all excited and pleasure comes into their brain. But us human beings, we're so abnormal, we're so unique. We enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. That's so abnormal. We don't like, when we listen to music, it's not like, oh, our brain thinks that, oh, a female member of our species is ready to mate with us or something. Or like we're gonna get like some type of food or some other type of like thing from like listening to music. We just enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music, and that's so abnormal, that's so insane. No other animal species enjoys listening to music specifically for the sake of listening to music. I know some animals and creatures and etc. and stuff, they might derive some pleasure from hearing specific sounds and frequencies, because in my opinion, I believe that's just because of the fact that those sounds and frequencies, that relates to like some type of survival mechanism in them, or their reproductive system. And they hear like, again, beetles, they might hear a couple clicks and clicks like that, and they might think to themselves that, oh, like a female member of their species is ready to breed with them. Only as human beings, we derive like pleasure and stuff, and we enjoy like listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. That is so magical. Magical. Music is magical. Us human beings, like, we're the only type of animal species that enjoys listening to music for the sake of listening to music. Nearly all of the other types of animals and creatures on planet Earth, perhaps they might enjoy hearing specific sounds and frequencies because it relates to like some part of their like survival mechanism in their biology, some part of their reproductive system. Like beetles, they hear clicks and they think that, oh, a female member of their species is ready to breed with them. Us human beings, when we listen to music, we don't think that, oh, a female member of our species wants to breed with us or something stupid like that. Us human beings, a lot of us, hopefully you're not like a freak. You enjoy like hearing, you listen to music and you think that a woman's gonna sleep with you. I don't know. But a lot of us human beings, we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. It's not like very magical. It's magical, so magical. None of the other types of like all the other types of animal species on planet Earth, they do not have this type of like ability just to enjoy music for the sake of music. I know, like, again, some beetles, creatures and animals, they hear clicks and sounds and they think, I believe, and they get pleasure from that. I believe that's because it relates to like some part of like some primitive part of their biology. It relates to the fact that they hear specific sounds. Beetles hear, they might hear some specific sound. They think like a female member of their species wants to breed with them. Or it's like relates to some other survival mechanism. They hear like specific clicks and they think like food's gonna come or like water's gonna fall on them, and they get pleasure from that. I don't know. Only as human beings, we enjoy listening to music for the sake of listening to music. That's so abnormal. No other animal species is like this. No other type of animal species is like this. No other type of animal species is like this. No other type of animal species is like this. Only us human beings, we enjoy listening to music for the sake of listening to music. It's so abnormal. So abnormal. We're so, as human beings, as an animal species, we're so like fucking weird. You know what's very interesting? In terms of like evolution and stuff like that. Evolution. Like, what would be the purpose of us human beings like developing like these types of like pleasure? Like what would be the purpose of like us in terms of like, again, evolution? Us human beings, like, we get pleasure from listening to music. What would be the purpose of that? What would be the point of that? I don't understand that, in my opinion. Us human beings, we like hear music and we get pleasure from that. What in terms of like evolution, how would that help us to survive in the wild? I don't know. Wouldn't it be kind of counterproductive, because we would get distracted by listening to music and songs? We might get too like lightheaded. We might get too like distracted again and stuff, and we might not be able to like survive to the best of our ability. I don't understand it in terms of evolution. Why, as human beings, we like develop like these types of like this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? It's so weird to me. How would that help us survive in the wild? Because if you think about it, music is like such a big fat distraction. Wouldn't it just take away from our like concentration? Wouldn't it just like lead us like to extinction? I don't know. Because if we're listening to music and stuff, we're not paying attention and stuff, and we're gonna get picked off by predators. Music is like so fucking. It's like such a big fat enigma. It's so like it cannot be like figured out. Like you cannot make sense of this in terms of evolution. Like why as human beings we've developed like this type of ability to listen, to enjoy listening to music, not just to listen to music, but to enjoy listening to music. In terms of like evolution, you can't make sense of that. It's like a big fat enigma, a big fat mystery. It's so weird and abnormal. It's so abnormal. It's like such a big fat mystery that us human beings, we enjoy listening to music and stuff. It's so abnormal. We can't make sense of it. It's so abnormal, isn't it? So abnormal. That us human beings, we enjoy listening to music. That is so abnormal. In terms of evolution, how can you possibly make sense of that? Like the fact that us human beings, we enjoy listening to music. How can you make sense of that? How can you make sense of like this type of like that we evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? How can you make sense of that? It's so like bizarre to me, because it doesn't relate to like in terms of like survival and like survival and stuff like that. It doesn't relate to anything like that. Like how would like us listening, how would us getting this type of ability to enjoy listening to music, how would that help us to survive in the wild? It doesn't make any logical sense to me. It doesn't make any type of rational logical sense to me. I'm just kind of so lost on this. So like I'm fucking confused. Us human beings, we've evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music. That is so like abnormal. That is so like weird. So weird, so abnormal. That is so weird and abnormal. Why would we enjoy it? Why would we evolve? Why would we evolve this type of ability to listen to music, to enjoy listening to music? Why would we evolve? Why would this type of evolution occur? Like why would us human beings, why would we evolve to enjoy listening to music? It's such a big fat mystery. It cannot be like you can't make sense of this. It's so like weird. It's so weird. How can you make sense of this? How can you make sense of this? It's so weird, it's so bizarre. Why would us human beings, why would we evolve this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? It's such a big fat mystery. Such a big fat mystery. How can you possibly make sense of this? I don't know. In terms of evolution, in terms of like surviving in the wild, how would like us developing this type of ability to like enjoy listening to music, how would that help us survive better in the wild? It's such a big fat mystery. It's such an enigma. And you know, people, if you're like a very strict atheist person, you believe in the theory of evolution and Darwinism, but you don't believe there's like any type of creator God, how can you possibly make sense of this? Like why would us human beings develop this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? It's so fucking weird. It's such a big fat mystery and an enigma. You might think that it can like motivate you and stuff and to survive better. I don't know. It's so dumb. Music is like so distracting. Music is like such a big fat distraction. It takes away your concentration. I cannot possibly make sense of this. Like why us human beings, why we would enjoy listening to music and stuff is such a big fat mystery to me. It's such a big fat mystery. Why us human beings, why we would enjoy listening to music is such a big fat mystery. How can you possibly make sense of this? How can you possibly make sense of this? It's such a big fat mystery. Look at my eye, man. How can you possibly make sense of this? It's like such a big fat mystery. Why us human beings, why would we enjoy listening to music? If you're like a very fucking an atheist, or like you're a person that believes in Darwinism and the theory of evolution and etc., and you don't believe there's a creator God, how can you possibly make sense of this? Like why would us human beings, why would we develop this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? How can you make sense of that? Isn't that like so mysterious? Isn't that like so weird that we evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? I cannot possibly make sense of it. Like in terms of like surviving in the wild, how would us having like evolving this type of ability to enjoy listening to music, how would that aid us in terms of like surviving in the wild and stuff and trying to stay alive in the wild? It's such a big fat mystery. It's such an enigma to me. I don't know. Music is literally, it's magical. Music is magical. The topic of this video is about how music is magical. There's literally, no scientist can explain to us like why we have evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music. Is so fucking bizarre. Well, some like Darwinists and people that believe in the theory of evolution, they'll tell you that it's just to help us. It helps motivate you to stay alive. Like you enjoy listening to music because that motivates you and it helps you stay alive. And so that's why we enjoy listening to music, because it helps keep us motivated, etc. and stuff. Music is magical. A lot of scientists, Darwinists, people that believe in the theory of evolution, they'll tell you that because music, it motivates us, it keeps us going, and etc. And that's why we've evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music. That's kind of very fucking retarded. This type of ability, we evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music. That's so fucking retarded. To me, I don't understand it. How would that help us survive in the wild? Our primitive ancestors, they were in the jungles somewhere and stuff. Oh, they're hearing specific sticks and stones banging together and stuff, and that made them feel good. What the fuck? That is so weird. Think about it. Only as human beings we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I know a couple other types of animals and creatures and stuff. They hear specific sounds and that makes them feel good. But I believe that's just because it relates to like some part of like some like sort of survival mechanism or something to do with their reproductive system. A beetle hears like clicks and it thinks that like a female member of its species wants to breed with it. You cannot make sense of this. Like, why us human beings, why we've evolved this ability to enjoy listening to music is such a big fat mystery, an enigma that cannot be figured out and cracked. You cannot make sense of this at all. It's so like weird to me, especially the fact that us human beings, we've evolved this ability to enjoy listening to music is such a big fat mystery. You cannot possibly make sense of this. It's a big fat mystery. The scientists, the people that believe in the theory of evolution, Darwinism, they cannot tell you exactly why. Us human beings, why we've evolved this ability to enjoy listening to music. In terms of evolution, it's like a big fat anomaly. It's like such a mystery that us human beings, we've evolved this type of ability to enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. I know other types of animals and creatures, they might get pleasure from hearing specific sounds and frequencies, but that's because their dumbass brains think that these specific sounds and frequencies, it relates to like some type of like reproductive part of their biology, or it relates to like some type of survival mechanism. Beetle hears like clicks and it thinks like a female member of its species is going to come and breed with it, and it gets pleasure from that. Us human beings, we're the only type of animal species, creature that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. That is so fucking magical, mesmerizing, isn't it? There's no other type of animal species that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. Of course, I know that there are like beetles and other types of creatures and animals, and they hear specific sounds and frequencies like that, and they get pleasure from that, and it makes them feel good because they're hearing these specific sounds and frequencies, and that makes them feel good. Only as human beings, we enjoy listening to music for the sake of listening to music. There's no other type of animal species that enjoys listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. So music is magical. Music is magical. There's no proper explanation, scientific explanation as to why as human beings we enjoy listening to music and hearing specific melodies and sounds and frequencies just for the sake of hearing those sounds and frequencies. It's so weird. Like, I know some, like a lot of you would be like, there are some animals that enjoy hearing specific sounds, frequencies, beats. I believe that's just because it relates to like some part of their brain, relates to like a survival mechanism, some part of their reproductive system. Again, beetles hear clicks and they think a female member of their species wants to breed and they get pleasure from that. Only as human beings we enjoy listening to music for the sake of listening to music, and that's magical, that's mesmerizing. And you cannot possibly make sense of this in any type of way. In terms of like evolution, you can't make sense of this, because how would like us, our primitive ancestors, hearing like banging noises and specific sounds, frequencies, how would that aid them in terms of like surviving and stuff in the wild? You can't make sense of this. You cannot make sense of the fact that us human beings, we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. That is like a big fat mystery. That's an anomaly. That's an enigma that can't be cracked. In terms of evolution, how can you possibly make sense of the fact that us human beings, we've evolved and developed this type of ability to enjoy listening to music? You cannot make sense of that. It's such a big fat mystery. It's an enigma. It's fucking, you cannot possibly make sense of this. It's like such a mystery. It's an enigma that cannot be solved, cracked. It's such a big fat mystery, and it's fucking all the scientists, the people that believe in the theory of evolution, the Darwinists, they cannot fucking explain to us why exactly we evolved and developed this ability to enjoy listening to music. It's such a big fat mystery. A lot of scientists will tell you that it's to keep us like motivated and stuff. I don't know, it's so stupid. Our primitive ancestors were banging specific rocks together. That's going to motivate them to stay alive. Fucking dumb. How this type of ability for us to enjoy listening to music, that's so fucking weird. There's no proper explanation for this, for why we've evolved and developed this type of ability to enjoy listening to music. There is no proper explanation. How can you possibly rationalize it? Our primitive ancestors are in the wild. How would that, like, our primitive ancestors hearing specific sounds, frequencies, banging rocks together, how would that help them stay alive? It's so fucking dumb to me. Us human beings, the fact that we have this type of ability to enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music, that is so like magical and mesmerizing. There's no proper explanation for why us human beings, we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. It's like so magical and mesmerizing. There's no proper explanation for this. No proper explanation for this. No proper explanation for this. For why us human beings, we enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. There's no proper explanation. Music is magical. Music is magical. Music is magical. Music is magical. There's no proper explanation for why we've developed this type of ability to enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. Music is magical. There's no proper explanation as to why we have this type of unique ability to enjoy listening to music just for the sake of listening to music. That's about it. I don't want this video to be too long.